everybody. We're here for more Nancy. Yeah. I'm sure there's stuff to do. We want to load here. Oh, right. We left off with bento box stuff to do.
Right.
That's right. We went to her apartment and got something for her and then brought it back, and now she's like, do my work. Okay.
It's like, cool, can you do this for me?
Okay, so I think this needs to be the cat egg
Right.
and the pig rice goes there. And then this has to be a cat
Of any kind.
of any kind. Um, the pig egg needs to have nothing on either side of it.
Right.
So I forgot how much the music is a bop in this game.
Right.
In fact, it might be a little bit much. I'm gonna actually bring Discord up and lower Nancy's volume just a bit.
It is quite, I think it's only when we're dealing with her,
Mm-hmm.
but yes. Very festive.
Okay. So how are we gonna do this? It needs
Put
to.
the pig egg on the bottom.
I guess so. But then I guess pig sandwich could go here so that it could be egg sandwich.
Yeah. Oh no, but that one needs to be a cat.
Right. So we could do this could be an egg and this could be the pig sandwich.
Yeah.
And then if this is a sandwich,
How, okay, how can the one, two, three, the rice and the sandwich, and also the one at the bottom be true at the same time?
that's what I don't understand.
Unless the pig is in the middle, but it can't be in the
Right. Like I think the strategy here is to do this one first. So we have
yeah.
it has to be cat and egg and it has to be pig and rice and then this could be either a sandwich or rice. If it's a sandwich, we could put the other cat here. Like if we do sandwich and then so that this is true now. Um and then we would have sandwich and we could put another sandwich here or here. Because right now these two are satisfied. So then we have pig sandwich has to go here. It's the only place it can go, I think. And then this has to be one of the two eggs. So then sandwich and 2 up is rice. Like,
All right, who's next? Step right up.
Nice. Okay, so it
Great
doesn't
job. There you go,
necessarily.
Nancy.
The blank spots have to.
yeah, I don't think they have to be blank. That was confusing at first.
Well, this is our password.
Right.
Why do you have a book on shadow puppets?
Good question, Nancy.
That's Miwako's. It shouldn't be in my apartment. It's just a stupid book about puppets. It's just another one of the things that my grandmother is trying to always push on us.
Could you use something like this to make spooky shadows from far away? Say, a balcony?
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Love that last picture of you and Bess.
I know, isn't that one great?
So you don't want to take over the Ryokan?
Not even for a second. I mean, I don't even get the whole tradition thing. You want to go to the past? Get a time machine. I'm not one for living in the past. Have you ever read a history book? The past is where we keep all of the terrible things that have happened.
True.
I mean, and all the great things that have happened. I don't know.
That's also true.
Can you tell me a little bit about what happened with your mother?
This is not the time or the place.
Is there a better time? Maybe when you're not at work?
There's never going to be a time or place. Just drop it.
Okay.
I'm busy right now.
Okay.
Yeah. We gotta save the things that we think will make them not talk to us for last.
All right. I forgot. Is it Misawa?
Where are we trying to go?
I was trying to go back to the thing. Is there somewhere else we need to go?
Well, we have her password now, so we could go to her apartment.
Right. Where was that at? Was it Cure? I forget.
Maybe?
Observations?
Kurume.
Kurume.
I think now that we've gone once, we can.
Yeah, we can probably just go there, yeah.
Which, thank goodness they did.
Yes, I'm very grateful. Hello.
Hello? What's going on?
Interesting.
Okay.
Wait, what is she?
Oh, we have her key.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I had the wrong apartment. So... Is it her computer pass?
I don't remember.
I thought it was. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I'm just gonna have to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
There's no way I can remember that. Blue, purple, orange, blue is the sort of pattern we're looking for.
Blue, purple, orange, blue?
Mm-hmm. This dark blue both times.
Oh, you're about to get to it. It's on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then this should be gray, turquoise, gray, green, red, yellow.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Enter a phone number to send an avatar. What? What? Why?
Super weird.
Yeah, why can we do this? What? I don't know what we're supposed to do with this.
Neither. It's the only clue we have.
Yeah.
This is strange.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna like make an avatar and send it to someone. But I don't know what to do about that. Way to make a style and avatar. Phone fashion software is here to keep your whole contact list looking fashionably fly. See you on the runway. Okay. Why is that? Is that the only thing on her computer that we can do anything with?
Guess so. Oh, we do have a CD. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Nope. I'm not into this.
What was that?
Not into it.
Where did we find this?
I don't remember. I think it was in here, but we just didn't have we couldn't use her computer yet.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I need a dictionary to translate that.
Right, they were.
It's die. But. Okay.
This might be where we.
Yeah, I think it was over here somewhere. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else we really can do or need to do here. If we go back to the hotel,
Yeah.
that's the only places we can go, right? It's the hotel, the mall, convention center place, and her apartment. Yeah, or is there?
And that
Oh, the
like,
arcade,
arcade, yeah.
the pachinko.
Which the dude told us to just look around and we would find a card.
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's the one that's at Cure. Or Kure. It's probably like Kure. Okay.
I think he said to find one, look around the hotel.
Oh.
I need
I
to find a
Unless-
card
did
first
we
before I
already-
can play pachinko.
Oh no, we haven't.
No. Okay. So we'll look around the hotel.
Hello.
Do you want to manage the Ryokan?
Right now I have to, but it's not that simple.
Why not?
It just isn't.
Okay.
Hi.
Nancy just upsets her every time.
Every time, always.
I tore one of the screens in my room. I'm really sorry.
Do not worry, Nancy-san. This happens often. Very easy to fix. Just a little steam to loosen the glue. I'll have Lentalo take care of it immediately.
Great, thanks. When I I tore the screen, I think I saw someone on my balcony.
Right. It's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
The screens really distort things sometimes. I'm sure it was just your imagination.
Maybe you're right.
I'm sure of it. There's nothing to worry about.
From what I understand, the Ryokan has quite the reputation for being haunted.
It is true that we have the reputation.
Has that been difficult for business?
It is nothing you need to concern yourself over.
Can you think of anyone who would stand to gain if the Ryokan went out of business?
No one I know. We all depend upon the Ryokan. Even Yumi and Rentaro.
What about someone else, on the outside?
No, there's no one else.
How does your grandmother feel about the Ryokan?
It's her whole world. She loves it more than anything or anyone she's ever met.
What does she think of Yumi not working here?
It's a very sore subject for her. And honestly, I've heard too much about it already.
What do you mean?
Every day I'm here, making sure all is well. It would just be nice to hear her at least mention all of the work I do. Just once. I'm sorry this is nothing you want to hear about.
Yeah, don't do the article one.
No, yeah, that's gonna wait.
Do you think Yumi's
gonna be
ever
like,
going
"No,
to come
bye."
back here to run the Ryokan?
If she knows what's good for her.
Why doesn't Yumi work here at the Ryokan?
She's very... My mother used to call her a free spirit. But that's a nice way of saying that Yumi's selfish and doesn't want to help.
Do you and Yumi get along?
No.
No.
So I take it you're not very close.
With us, the term isn't close, it's within striking range. So we both try to avoid that.
Did you and Yumi ever get along?
Of course, but really... She was a very good big sister to have after what happened with our mother.
Mm-hmm.
But soon enough, she was back to being the selfish, manipulative brat she is today.
I feel like with her, I'm gonna placate her.
Yeah.
She does seem a little demanding.
Not demanding, manipulative and bratty. I've thought this one through.
Okay. I found an old article. No. Okay.
Do you think that the Ryokan is haunted?
By what? Ghosts? No, ghosts aren't real, Nancy.
Okay. I'll just
Like,
put that aside then.
I found an old article. Can you tell me what it says?
I could have sworn we asked her about this already.
yeah.
Where did you get this? You have no right to have this.
Oh.
Oh. Maybe we have asked her. Why would it give us the option to again?
That's strange. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh.
I tore one of the screens in my room. I'm really sorry.
Maybe we can
Do not
avoid
Nancy-san.
some of the...
This happens often. Very easy to fix. Just
Yeah.
a little steam to loosen the glue.
Yeah,
I'll
that
have
one
Linda
seems like
take
we
care of it
definitely
immediately.
should.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, I think we have to
Maybe-
tell her about that.
Maybe talk about Yumi. Which I think we got to from the grandmother.
I think it was this one, yeah.
How does your grandmother feel about the Ryokan?
It's her whole world. She loves it more than anything or anyone she's ever met.
What does she think of Yumi not working here?
It's a very sore subject for her. And honestly, I've heard too much about it already.
What do you mean?
Every day
cat
I'm
is
here,
just staring
making
at
sure
her.
I know. It's so
Just be
creepy.
nice to hear her at least mention all of the work I do. Just once. I'm sorry this is nothing you want to hear about.
It reminds me of like when an animatronic at Disney really needs to be updated and it's just looking really like haggard and like
Has like 2 movements.
yeah. Um maybe, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
See you later.
We might need to do some other, talk to her elsewhere. What? But we can try and do that later. What?
That is very strange.
It's not even like scary. It's just like, what is this? There's like an egg and then like a teeny tiny mouth. It looks like a Instagram filter or something.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Is that a toy? Oh, was it a toilet? Wait.
Wait.
I only saw an egg. Wait, is it a toilet? I didn't even notice.
I still don't see it.
Like this is like a toilet bowl. Like that's the rim of a toilet, which I kind of see because it looks like there's like a ridge here rather than like a double print of an egg or something. I think it might. I don't know.
Why? Wait, why?
Neither one of them make any sense. It's.
Nancy had nothing to say about it.
I know. Like, okay. All right, Nancy.
Yeah, you talked to Grandma.
Yeah, we have time.
Nancy, today
Oh boy.
a very important lesson
This time,
you will learn.
or last time, it went.
Great. Let's get
Okay, it's
started.
just paper. Maybe that'll be easier.
Has been around in many forms for centuries. Master Yoshizawa
Maybe.
brought the
How is
art
it gonna
back before it could disappear. There is a grave danger, Nancy-san, in forgetting. If the whole world forgets a thing or a person, then it is gone forever.
What do you mean by that?
I have for you here a selection
Yes.
of origami
Dark.
patterns, a few steps away from the last step.
I also felt like it was very clear.
The pattern to the completed design.
Okay. So this is the crane, I'm pretty sure. Wait, so like we're matching
Yeah.
each of these two?
I guess.
I'm pretty sure this is the crane. This looks like... this looks like this one. Um...
This is spiders.
I think so, yeah. Because it's the legs are like coming out from either side, I think. And then this one I'm thinking might be the eagle. I don't see what this is probably the frog.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, eagle and then the top of the fish.
Yeah.
No, do it the right.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay.
Well, that's not the right way either. Shoot. Okay.
That one, I think that one is Ray.
I think it is too.
Maybe switch the frog and the spider.
Hmm.
They are perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
It took a second.
Perfect. You have many talents, Nancy-san.
Okay, don't ask about the
No, we're not going to ask about the article.
Why doesn't Yumi want to work here?
She will. She
She is just like her mother at that age. She listens to no one, not even herself.
Why can't Miwako just take over the Ryokan?
You do not understand. That is not how it works.
But she's here now.
It is not what Kasumi wants.
What do you mean, wants?
Nancy-san, I'm sorry, but I am very tired.
Why are you pushing
I
these
should
people,
rest.
Nancy?
She was really pushy with this game.
Hello, Nancy-san.
Have you been to Yumi's bento stand?
No.
It's great. You'd love it.
I taught her how to cook for many years. I should not have to sit on the train to try her bento.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We fixed the portrait. I think it's back up in the lobby.
It is, yes,
Rentaro tells me that it's very important to you.
yes. It is very important to all of us.
Why were you so upset when it fell?
You would be upset if something you love broke.
There was more to it than that.
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay, we're not gonna ask about the
I'll
article.
let you get back to work.
Goodbye.
Also, my dinner just arrived, so
Yay.
gonna be eating some pizza. Okay. I say we just take a lap. Look for a card. Stop by the sauna thing.
Oh, we can go in.
Oh, yay. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here we go.
No, Nancy is invisible also.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh god.
Well, that was awful.
Wow.
I hated that. I wouldn't be out of this place so freaking fast.
Oh yeah. Like I can't even get my stuff. I'm out.
Right, like somebody else got to go in there and get it. Aha!
This looks important. I should figure out where I can use it.
Oh, come on, Nancy. We've already been prompted. Is this just stuff from other games? I got there's an eye patch.
Yeah, and a mango.
Oh, and on the search for ghosts, you'll want to make sure you don't call in any additional bad luck. Here are 13 Japanese superstitions to be aware of. The number 4 is pronounced shi, the same as the word for death, and is considered very unlucky. As a result, many hotels do not have a room number 4 or a 4th floor. So like on 13, sort of. Except that their reasoning makes a little more sense. The number 9 and the word pain also share the pronunciation ku, though not as unlucky as 4. 9 is still frequently skipped in numbering rooms or floors in hospitals. Whistling at night will attract snakes. Got it. Avoid sticking chopsticks upright into a bowl of rice, as this is traditionally part of the funeral ritual. There's like a whole, which of course with my Western knowledge, I knew none of this, but like there's like a whole like etiquette regarding chopsticks as far as like how you're supposed to put them in the bowl, lay them on the bowl, lay them next to the bowl, like place them.
Oh.
It's quite interesting actually.
Gosh, I'm sure I have been.
Right. I think that's fair. Like, I mean, we don't know any better, but it's something if I went to Japan would try and learn, obviously. Oh goodness, we got a message. Don't sleep with your head pointing north. Breaking a comb or the strap of your geta sandal will bring bad luck. And never write another person's name in red ink. Something bad will happen to them if you do. Oh, Mango's in chat. She said, "When I lived in Japan, they taught us all of this, and I was terrified ever since." They taught it to you? That's so interesting.
That is interesting.
Superstition, man. People don't play around.
Oh, there's more. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Seeing a spider in the morning is good luck, but seeing one at night is bad.
What?
I like the idea of seeing a spider in the morning and being like, top of the morning to you. It's going to be a great day. Badgers, not cats, are considered unlucky because they wear masks to hide their eyes. Aw.
Oh, poor badgers.
Yeah. What about raccoons? Do they have raccoons in Japan? I would assume that they do.
I would not have assumed they had badgers.
If you lie down
Wait.
immediately after eating, you're gonna turn into a cow.
That got a lot sillier.
It's like in Emperor's New Groove when he's like, "I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?" Anyone else?
Yes, you can go.
Hide your thumb if a funeral car passes you. Blood type influences one's personality. Never pass food from chopstick to chopstick. This is another funeral ritual. It's all very interesting. Superstitions are just... What the... Oh, is that What's-Her-Face's trophy from Waverly?
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
We gotta miss him.
Yeah, and there's also more to this room. We haven't, Oh, it's Yumi. Okay. Alright. Oh, boy. Okay. What's in here? Oh, the actual sauna. Okay.
All mysteries should involve hot springs.
I like how we had this epic ghost encounter where the mirror shattered, and then we just go get in the pool.
Nancy's like, "I came in here to sauna. I'm gonna sauna."
It looks like something is missing here.
Ooh.
I'm assuming this piece, right? I don't think we have anything like that yet. Is there anything more? No, I don't think so. All right. Yeah, that was a properly, like, scary ghost encounter as well.
Yeah. Not a fan.
No. All right, so we got the card. I guess let's go talk to people about that experience.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk to her.
Let them know that we are also
Hi.
a vampire.
I can't see myself in the mirror, but I did see a ghost.
I'm sorry, the mirror broke when I was in the bath. But before it broke, I saw the image of a woman who wasn't in the room with me.
Don't worry, Nancy. I'm sure it was nothing. I have Lindelo take care of it right away.
Take care of...
Until then,
Oh, I
please
guess the
go
mirror.
away. I don't want you to get hurt.
But I saw something. I'm sure of it.
You work too hard, Nancy-san. Up too late, off to teach so early. You must rest more. Your judgment suffers if you do not get enough rest.
Do
I
not
know
gaslight
I'm
me.
Nancy-san,
For real.
please. I have to ask you to let me get back to work.
Okay. We're gonna go talk to him.
He's like the only one that is real with us.
That's why I'm like, we gotta get the real story, because none of the women want to tell us anything.
So you grew up next door?
My dad and I moved in when I was about 7.
Why do you spend all of your time here when you live just next door?
Never got my room decorated right. Plus, this place has always been more fun. And Miwako's here. And I've got my workshop.
Okay.
Do you know what happened to the mirror in the baths?
Oh, that thing. I sorta hid it a few years back. And put a little hairline crack in it. Its days have been numbered for a while.
Sorry about breaking it.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm just glad you didn't get hurt. Mirrors can be very dangerous when they're breaking. In more ways than one.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, shards of glass.
He said that like a...
Not something to fool around with.
Right.
Oh, she's gonna mention that she didn't see herself.
Oh. Wait,
oh, I thought
what?
That was just the game developers.
I thought that was the game being like, well, because that's a lot of video games. You look in mirrors and you're never actually there.
Right.
Something weird happened. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see my reflection.
Aha!
You know what happened?
You're a vampire. Seriously though, that's
Nailed it.
Maybe you need to get a little rest. This place might be getting to you.
No.
What do you think of Yumi?
She's pretty much the older sister you want to have. She's cool, she's adventurous, she's a pain, but no matter what, she's got your back. Although, man, can she be bossy. I'm sure she's already put you to work.
This is
Yeah,
true.
a little.
That
Yeah.
bossy thing is just her special way of saying, I am your boss, now do what I say.
Okay, her special way of saying that. I want to ask him more stuff, but...
I'll let you go.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Oh, that scared me.
Oh yeah.
The little water thing, it moved and I was like, that scared me more than the ghost did, because I was like, well, the ghost was like telegraphed
Yeah.
that something
You knew that was
scary.
gonna happen. Once it takes over from you, you know.
Yeah, as soon as you're in a cutscene, you're like, oh, okay. What's our room number again? So go to sleep. 24. Okay. It is upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Which side was it on? I think it's on this side.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
He fixed it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just set a time. I think it was like 7 p.m.
Yeah. Which is weird.
Whatever.
How'd it get so late already? I should get to bed.
Are we supposed to be doing anything with this, like, teacher stuff?
We
had, like-
last time I was looking stuff up. You don't have to do this to do the game.
Okay. Because we were, like, grading papers and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
are we supposed to do this?
Right, and then we just like gave the kid a grade. We were like, wait.
With no reason, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll go downstairs. Anything new to talk about? Can we look at this again? I mean, she keeps telling us to put the thing back, but it's like it came from behind this portrait.
Hi.
obviously we're keeping it. So eventually we'll see what it says.
Right.
I don't know why we don't try to sit down and translate it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's a way we can do that, but we have a translation thing. Why can't we just translate it?
Yeah.
We do that with everything else.
Do you think that the Ryokan is haunted?
By what? Ghosts? No. Ghosts
Yeah,
aren't
it's
real,
we
Nancy.
probably should. We might have to talk to everyone about stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna go through these again.
I think I saw someone on my
Well, I suppose
balcony.
we can. I don't
Right.
really know what we're
Nothing
gonna
to
gain
worry
from
about.
playing those games.
The screens really distort things sometimes. I'm sure it was just your imagination.
Oh, for Rentoro? The puzzle games?
So, with the card that we got, Pachinko?
Oh, right. The Pachinko.
Maybe you're right.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, we'll go to the Pachinko Parlor tonight.
From what I understand, the Ryokan has quite the reputation for being haunted.
It is true that we have the reputation.
Has that been difficult for business?
It is nothing you need to concern yourself over.
Can you think of anyone who would stand to gain if the Ryokan went out of business?
No one I know. We all depend upon the Ryokan. Even Yumi and Rentaro.
What about someone else on the outside?
No.
I'm gonna rent to the
There's
Mr.
no one
William.
else.
Go through these.
Okay.
Do you think Yumi's ever going to come back here to run the Ryokan?
If she knows what's good for her.
Why doesn't Yumi work here at the Ryokan?
She's very... My mother used to call her a free spirit. But that's a nice way of saying that Yumi's selfish and doesn't want to help.
Do you and Yumi get along?
No.
I love that answer. No. I hate that bitch.
So I take it you're not very close.
With us, the term isn't close. It's within striking range. So we both try to avoid that.
Did you and Yumi ever get along?
Of course, but really... She was a very good big sister to have after what happened with our mother. But soon enough, she was back to being the selfish, manipulated brat she is today.
She hates her so much.
She doesn't seem very bratty to me.
She's nice when she's using people to get what she wants. She must want something from you.
Okay.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. I guess we can talk to him. I don't think he's gonna have anything else to say to us right now, but...
Hello.
Oh.
Thanks for repairing my screen. That was pretty embarrassing.
Oh, no problem. Easy fix. Just took a little steam to loosen the paper, a little new glue. No one will ever be able to tell. Just don't do it again. Or at least wait until the paper cuts heal. Ooh. I think thinking about paper cuts is way worse than getting them. Why did I bring it up?
I don't know. Getting a paper cut's pretty freaking bad. They are not fun to think about, though. That's true.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the lobby and head out to the Pachinko Parlor, which is at this one, I think.
Right. What to do here?
I know, I don't fully understand, but
Oh. Oh, it goes in the. We have 49 try. Oh.
yeah, because I think, I mean, interesting. So, What are we trying to do?
I don't know. It like maybe if it goes in the flour or something, it like does like a slot machine feeling.
What?
We are getting winnings at the bottom.
I know. I don't know why. Oh,
Ooh,
that seems good.
yeah.
That seemed like a good thing to happen. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Same.
Maybe we just need to like win a certain amount.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
500. What did we just take?
I think they were more balls.
Oh.
Oh, I see. And she wanted us to get this.
She did?
Yeah, we looked at this and earlier when we first came in here, and she said something about the paper. What did she say? I just know she said something when we looked at this about one of the items, and I'm pretty sure it was this one.
Okay.
But
Works for me. I don't see how we could use any of the other ones.
Right. I don't even know what that is, really.
Yeah. So, is it the only game we can play?
I think so. I think they're all the same. What happens if we do this again? It's 50 on it again. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ham
Okay.
and hopefully we'll earn a good amount of money. Because it was like a little bit less. It was like 13.30 something.
Yeah.
I have wish I had any sort of idea what I was doing. But I'm just clicking the button.
It
Okay.
has to go in one of the holes. And then it does the thing. And I think it's like normal slots where if you get any two matching, it will give you some.
Gives you something. Okay. Again. If we can. I guess we can. We did a thing. Nice, nice. Nope. Okay.
I think did that push you over?
Maybe just barely.
Huh.
It's a comic.
It's about ghosts.
You really get on my nerves. What are we doing today, Kit? Ghost hunting. Gulp. Can't we just go fox hunting instead? How many times do I have to explain why that's not funny? Well, here we are. Go ahead and open the door, Kit. I'll let you get the door since you're the one with the opposable thumbs. No ghosts here. Let's head home. Scared, Koji? No, it's just that we came here to find a ghost, and since there's no ghosts, hey guys, what's up?
Reporting the site of a haunting might actually be a really good idea. I should look into that.
Okay. Nancy's getting ideas. We have a ghosty.
Ready to party.
More tea. This is an okay ghost. That ghost can stay.
Yeah.
How are we going to record a ghost? It's just a photo. Maybe we have to ask around for a way to record it.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we talked to her. Maybe she'll talk to us now.
Love that last picture you sent.
Yeah, I love that one.
Did you send the one with the toilet egg? 'Cause I need an explanation. Was that you?
Very
I watched
different
that
from her
DVD
other
at your
photos.
place. It was very strange.
You did what?
Shouldn't I have? Oh no. I'm
Nancy.
sorry, Amy.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Just be very cautious.
What do you mean?
You have to be cautious about everything here, Nancy.
Is that The Grudge? What is the movie where you can't when you watch the thing?
The ring.
Oh, The Ring.
I don't understand. If you're the one who's supposed to take over the Ryokan, why is Miwako the one working there?
Ugh, Nancy-chan. Don't get everyone else on me here. If I had known I was supposed to run that place when I grew up, I would have taken a pass on the whole firstborn thing. Trust me.
If Miwako left the Ryokan, who would run it?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Why do you care so much about it anyway?
I'm just sort of naturally curious.
I'd back burner that curiosity as long as you're staying at the Ryokan if I were you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Try not to find out, okay, Nancy? You seem nice.
What's weird is that, like, Nancy was not hired to do this job. She's just
No.
fully inserting herself in these people's business.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
I really like your apartment.
You do? Thanks. It's just a 1K. That's code around here for tiny and overpriced. The kitchen is great, and it's mine. I love it.
When did you move out of the Ryokan?
The second I was old enough to sign a lease. Best decision I've ever made. No late night room service. No annoying tourists calling up at 4 in the morning. I adore that apartment. I wonder if it knows. I'm going to get it something nice today. A new doormat or something.
Aww.
Cute.
Nancy's a colonizer. True. 100%.
Yeah. Why do we want to give her a phone charm?
Right. She gave us one, and that's why I haven't clicked that question, because I'm like, she gave us one. Are we gonna turn around and be like, do you want this? It's the one that she gave us. Otherwise, I don't really know.
I'll let you get back to work.
See you later.
I guess we'll go see if somebody else will talk to us about recording ghosts.
Yeah.
Probably not her, but I'm gonna talk to her anyway. Nope.
I'll let you go.
See you later.
I feel like the grandmother's not gonna be keen on it.
No.
This guy, however.
Hi.
No! Do we have to do these puzzles?
I don't know. That
I
would be
finished
weird.
the Sudoku puzzle.
Here you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll let you get back to work.
Peace out.
I thought it was a thing like maybe he wants us to do tasks for him, but
Right. Let's see. Maybe now,
maybe now what?
if we went to sleep, she would like do some recording or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm gonna talk to the grandmother and then we'll go to bed.
Nanasi-san, today we learn Chato,
Alright.
the tea ceremony.
Tea ceremony?
It is much more than making tea. It is the perfect exercise of balance and courteous friendship. Many spend their lives perfecting the ceremony, but today I will simply be teaching you the basics.
No, we're not gonna.
Sounds great.
Not gonna be like, no. I just want to berate you with my questions.
You are preparing a very
What are
special
your Jesus
visit for
darkest
friends
secrets?
and preparing to make certain every detail is perfect. Now there is a lot to learn. Be ready. I'll be asking
Oh, no.
questions once I
Oh
finish.
god, alright.
Let us begin. This
Oh,
is
no.
called the puro. Here we have the chasen or tea whisk.
Okay.
Here is the chakin, the tea cloth. This is called the kensui. This bamboo ladle is called a kishaku. You place the teapot cover on the futaoki. This is the chawan or tea bowl. The tea scoop is called the chasaku. This is the tea container. It is called the natsume. Each object has its proper place in the ceremony. You must place each item where it belongs.
So we just want to label them?
I think so. I don't know if I'm gonna be much help at all. My dog's been very distracted.
I don't, yeah. I think I only got some of them.
The
This one?
long,
Is what?
the long one.
I think this was this. Oh god.
Real. Can we have her repeat it?
Let us begin. This is called the puro. Here we have the chasen or tea whisk. Here is the chakin, the tea cloth.
Mm-hmm.
This is called the kensui. This bamboo ladle is called a kishaku. You place the teapot cover on the futaoki. This is the chawan or tea bowl. The tea scoop is called the chasaku. This is the tea container. It is called the natsume. Each object has its proper place in the ceremony. You must place each item where it
Okay. This is this. This is this. I think she said this was the chawan. I think she said this is hishaku.
Yes.
And then this is... Ooh, I can't remember. What happens if we just... Nothing? Okay. Oh no. What did we fuck up?
Let us begin. This is called the puro.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have the chasen,
Yep.
tea whisk. Here is the chaki, the tea cloth. This is called the kensui.
Ah, okay. This is
bamboo ladle is called
kensui.
a kishaku. You place the teapot cover on the futaoki. This is the chawa or tea bowl. The tea scoop is called the chachaku. This is the tea container. It is called the natsuno. Each object has its proper place in the ceremony. You must place each item where it belongs.
Okay. This is this, which is this, which is this.
Well done, Nancy-san. Wonderful, Nancy-san. Absolutely wonderful. I would be honored to be invited to take tea with you.
Thanks.
She's so sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy, here we go. There's some proper spooky shit in this one. This is for sure.
That just a minute ago.
What do you mean?
I saw something.
It was the wind, the power
What do
lines,
you
and
mean?
shadows.
There's no way.
This is nothing to worry about.
Why are y'all so delusional?
Why do Yumi and Miwako fight so much?
You're an only child, aren't you?
Well, yes, but
Siblings fight. Let me give you some advice. If you ever have children, Nancy-san, and they are not fighting, it generally means they are hiding something
That's
that they have
somewhat
just
true.
broken.
It's a funny take on.
I'll let you get back to work.
Come again.
It's the same energy as like if your kids are suddenly very quiet, that's when shit is going down. Not when they're
Something.
not when they're being super loud.
Let us out.
I know. Why can't we? Ugh, whatever.
I wonder if we go back to the baths if the mirror will be fixed.
Probably. I think he said he was gonna get right on it. Was it? It has to be red, right?
Yeah. It's like they were like, just don't let her back in. She's not allowed to bathe.
Okay, let's go to bed.
How'd it get so late already? I should get to bed.
It's 8 o'clock.
No ghosties. She didn't say anything about recording the ghost when we saw the ghost in the grandmother's room either.
No. Maybe go out there.
This is all I can do. Just like poke my head out.
Man.
I know.
What to do? What to
I know, I don't really... Are we meant to be doing like chores for these people?
I don't think so. I don't remember any chores.
Hello.
to you later.
See you later.
Hello.
What?
I'll stop bugging you now.
Bye.
What I'm wondering is one of the Pachinko Parlor prizes some, like, a camera or something? Some way to record the ghost?
Maybe.
I just want to look. It doesn't look like it. She won't even tell me what these things are.
Right. I feel like it'll be obvious when we need to get something from here. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Is there anyone we can call that's not Bess and George?
I mean, we can call Yumi.
Hello. Not in. Bye-bye.
Interesting.
Hi.
Would you like a phone charm?
I know just where I'm going to put this.
It is the one she gave us. Weird.
Weird, yeah.
I'm ready to help with more bento.
I'm gonna try this and see if it gets us anywhere. So the rabbit egg. And then 2 bears. And then we can do the cat. Let's do it this way. And if we do this and then this, that's this one and this one done. And then we can do sandwich, sandwich, rice, rice by doing this. And then it's got to be cat and then rabbit, which is that. So wouldn't that be all of them? Because we've got rabbit sandwich and oh, this needs to be an egg. But it has to be cat rice, cat egg, rice. Rabbit sandwich and egg. Cat, cat, rice. Sandwich, sandwich. No.
Can you...
Sandwiches with rice. Or rabbit sandwich and an egg. So maybe this, because then that would be rabbit sandwich, egg, sandwich, rice, rice, rabbit, egg, bear, cat.
Can you switch the rice bear and the egg bear? Egg.
And then it has to just be cat, rabbit.
These are
There we
starting
go.
to look pretty good.
Fantastic.
Okay, I thought that would get us somewhere, but it
Peace
didn't.
out, Nancy Drew.
You want me to research?
Yeah, I just don't know what we're really missing.
I know, I hate just like not having any sort of goal. What to do?
Please stay away from there. It is very easy to get burned.
Hmm.
Think we missed something in Yumi's apartment.
We did? Okay.
Or if we got it, I don't remember, and maybe we haven't really looked at it. What's on the floor? Oh no. No, we missed it.
Okay. Works for me. We have somewhere to go.
Was it?
Oh. I don't know how we missed that. To the Shimizu family, your hospitality during this difficult time has been immeasurable. Thank you for allowing me into your home and your lives. If you ever find yourselves in the state of Georgia, you've got a place to stay. Sincerely, Savannah Woodham. Okay.
Savannah Woodham. That's the author of this book. I should hang on to this. Having her phone number might come in handy.
Yeah, we're going to call her immediately, pretty much.
Someone tore out one of the chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So the chapter right before chapter 7. Can you go to the table? Ah.
This makes sense. This adds up. Okay, yes, let's call her.
Savannah Woodham's office, Logan speaking.
Can I speak to Savannah Woodham, please?
Are you one of our interviews?
Interviews?
I'm Savannah Woodham's assistant. Is she interviewing you about the expo?
No, I actually want to speak to Savannah about a book she wrote.
Oh, great! I'm so glad you called.
Really? Why's that?
Oh my god.
It's been like 3 days since I've gotten to hang up on anyone. I wonder if I'm still good at it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe we have to like call back and try to like scam him or something.
Weird. I'm gonna get somewhere a little quieter.
Yeah.
Music's intense. Okay, yeah, let's call him back and be like, yep, we're calling to interview.
He sounds
Hello,
like
Logan here.
Frank or Joe Hart.
Yeah, he kind of does.
I really need a copy of Savannah's book. Can you help me?
Sure. Bookstores are a great start. Or the internet is helpful, but I'm really more of a brick and mortar person, honestly. I suppose you could also go the books on tape route. Ralston Palpers does an excellent job with the text. Really makes it come alive.
No, I meant, could you send me a copy?
Oh. Nope, but thank you for asking.
I'll stop bugging you
Nancy.
now.
Bye.
There's gotta be a workaround here. What is this guy's deal?
Talk to you later.
What are we
Oh. Maybe he said something about an expo.
Oh, he did. Okay, let's go. That didn't even click with me.
Maybe we have to call Bess and George?
Possibly.
Hi.
Oh.
I found Savannah's ghost book in your apartment. Can you tell me more about that?
She's some sort of ghost hunter or something. I don't know much about it, okay?
But she did a chapter on the Ryokan.
Yeah, well, just because my grandmother believes in that junk doesn't mean I do.
Does she believe in that junk?
I'll let you get back to work.
Bye, Nancy Drew.
I mean, she did seem very upset. And she told us that the ghost didn't want us there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back here and call Bess and George. Well, we're gonna call Bess.
Hi.
Goodness.
Hi.
Hi.
I found a strange book about ghosts in Yumi's apartment with a note from the author.
What do you mean?
It had a dedication from the author, Savannah Woodham, to the Shimizu family. But the really weird thing is, there's a chapter missing.
What was in the missing chapter? Nope, strike that. That is a dumb question.
That's pretty strange. Maybe you can find another copy of the book somewhere.
There's a business card with the author's number inside. But more importantly, the table of contents says the missing chapter was about the Ryokan.
Weird. Did you call?
I called Savannah, but she's got a really protective assistant.
Yeah?
Apparently, she's in Kyoto now, covering the expo for some tech magazine, so she's pretty busy. If I could get past her assistant, I could finally figure out what this whole book is about.
Wait, so this guy is at the expo?
Pretty sure.
Then we've got this one.
We do?
Yep, we're going to find them, and you're going to flirt up a distraction.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Well, at the very least, this will be interesting.
And if it's a mortifying failure or anything, which it might be, we do live thousands of miles away.
Solid point. Keep you updated.
Great. Okay.
I'll let you go.
I guess.
Okay, hopefully they update us immediately.
Yeah, we can try and sleep, I guess.
Okay.
And maybe get an update from them in the morning.
What's been in here? It looks like whoever left those footprints walked right through the wall.
Nope. 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 Nope.
And,
Nope.
to really leave footprints like that? Goodness.
I can't follow them. No. Weird. She's probably gonna be like, you can't sleep, it's too early.
It's really late.
Nope,
I
nope.
should get to bed.
Nope.
Good on you, Nancy, getting a full 13 hours or whatever.
Still there.
Yeah.
There were watery footprints in my room that led straight into a wall.
Why are you still there?
Appropriate reaction.
One yells, "Don't go in that door!" But they never can hear you?
Yeah?
Well, you can hear me. So don't go in that door! Call this mystery a wash and come stay at our hotel, which has a nice ghost-free view and a ghost-free pool and tiny, overpriced ghost-free packets of peanuts.
That's a nice offer, but I think I'm getting close to figuring out what's going on here.
Are you?
Since you won't listen to reason, you're going to have to listen to George on this one.
Thanks a lot, Beth. Unfortunately, I don't have a clue about what to do with this one. But Nancy, whatever's going on out there, be careful.
I will, promise. How's the
Maybe they
expo
have to.
going, George?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe they have to go and call us.
I'm definitely dealing with a little bit of that small fish, large pond anxiety. I'm still trying to get tickets for you, but it's not looking good.
That's okay. Thanks for trying.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they'll just call us when they're ready.
We can go tell her that there's random footprints in her.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, ma'am, I told you.
Hi.
It seems like you and Rentaro
nope,
were pretty
just gonna ignore
close.
Yes, we grew up together. I have a few memories before Lentaro, but not many.
How long have you two been dating?
I don't even know. A long time.
You sound a little frustrated.
Sometimes it's hard not to be with Lentaro.
What do you mean?
Never mind, I shouldn't be bothering you with this.
It's not a bother.
It's just that when he gets it in his mind that he wants something, there's just no stopping him. He's been pressuring me to leave here.
Why is that?
He keeps saying it'll be good for me, but really, he's just being selfish. I think. I really don't know. He can be so sweet sometimes, and other times it's like there's only him in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, okay.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see ya.
Hello, Nancy-san.
I need to know, do you believe the Ryokan is haunted?
Yes, Nancy-san. This isn't a trick someone is doing. Kasumi, she is still here. I can feel it. She's trapped and she's scared. And she's angry.
She's an angry
Really
ghost.
believe that?
When I was a girl, the most beautiful sparrow from the garden flew into my room. I had been trying to lure it in with seeds I'd stolen from the gardens for weeks. At first, I was so excited to have her in my room. But not for long. She couldn't find her way back out. She became very scared, threw herself into the walls in a panic. I was so worried she would die. She was so small and so frightened. I opened the windows wide and snuck out of the room to let her calm down. An hour passed, then 2, 3. I'd opened the
Oh
door.
man, this is so sad.
Still, she'd be there, crashing into the glass, trying so desperately to get free.
Did she get out?
Kasumi is still here. I must help her.
What?
Damn, Grandma.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk right now.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh yay.
Nancy, Operation Distract Logan is a go. Call Savannah. Gotta go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, is this Savannah Woodham?
Let me guess. You're that Nance girl who's
Oh,
been
boy.
driving my assistant to distraction back this last week.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
I would. Now tell me what's so important that y'all ruined my perfectly good assistant. Since y'all been calling round, talking to him's been like talking to a rock. A rock that I've paid too much money.
I'm staying at the Ryokan Hiei. Something really strange is going on here.
Don't tell me a lie now. This a joke?
No, I promise. It's the truth. I saw your book. I thought maybe you could help.
Honey, whoever you are, my best advice to you is to pack your bags and head back to wherever it is y'all come from.
Oh boy.
I'm not leaving until I figure out what's really going on here.
There gonna be anything I can say that'll change your mind now?
No, I'm going to get to the bottom of this with or without you. I could really use your help.
I've been a lot of places that say they haunted, but none fit the ticket like that spooky old Ryokan Hiei. I never got to finish up the chapter on the Ryokan like I was supposed to. Between us girls, I'm glad of that. You get much out of the family?
Nothing too useful.
Uh-huh. Tell you what. You end up following through with that bad idea of yours to stay at the Ryokan, and I'll see what help I can provide. But Nancy,
What's that?
y'all be careful there now. You understand me?
I will. I found watery footprints in my room.
Did you see them appear, or were they there and you found them?
They were already there.
Well, at least that's good.
Why is that?
To make wet footprints appear, you just need a wet foot and something to put it on. But when they just start appearing out of the blue,
Yep.
ain't nothing too good about that, especially considering what happened to the previous innkeeper.
What do you mean?
I know you ain't the superstitious kind. Otherwise, you'd be long gone by now, but it ain't always good to talk about the dead, especially those not at rest.
Mm.
I think I ran across a trick mirror here. Yeah, how did you know?
That's how you know it's a trick. Y'all know what the main difference between truth and illusion is in my line of work?
What's that?
Time. An illusion can only last so long before it gives up its secrets. Now, I don't know exactly how that mirror was fixed, but the fact that it broke means that whoever rigged it knew that if you examined it enough, you'd figure it out.
So, it was broken, so I couldn't figure out how it was faked.
Exactly. That is, if it was a trick. Nancy,
So do we think
I
it's
can
the
tell you
guy?
they might be faked, but I can't tell you if they were faked.
I
You're the
actually
ones
do
got to stand
remember.
there and know how the room
Who it is?
Yeah, so no comment.
Fair enough. Hmm.
What's the story with your assistant, Logan?
He's like my own little Georgia bulldog. He can be a little aggressive sometimes, a little dopey at others, but always loyal. He's one of the good ones when you get right down to it.
How long has he been working for you?
Not long now. He started right after I switched my focus to tech reporting.
Why did you change careers?
It's a long story, but chasing's not the safest career there is. Ain't nothing shocking in that.
Hmm.
What is a yurei?
It's a vengeful spirit that never knew justice here on the earth. They're said to be the spirits of those who've been wronged, and they're caught up in the worst moment you can imagine. They're very angry and very, very dangerous. If that's what you're dealing with there, you best be very careful.
Okay.
I saw a really
I remember
creepy figure
hearing
on
about
my
those when I would watch people play
Is that to be
Phasmophobia.
baked?
Cool. Ain't nothing hard than that.
Yeah?
It's as easy as shadow puppet. All you need to be able to do is practice. In my experience, people like scaring people with shadows a lot more than ghosts do. Way I see it, if it's something a person could plausibly do, then there's a person behind it. If it's something a person can't do that's scaring you, well, y'all don't need me to finish that sentence.
I mean, so far I think they're all very Scooby-Doo sort of things that can be explained by a person.
Yeah, totally.
Can you tell me about the certificate you gave the Shimizu family?
Oh, yeah, that. Now, before you go thinking I'm some sort of charlatan, I don't normally do things like that. In fact, I had those made up to give to kids who were feeling too scared to go to sleep at night.
Why
Hmm.
did you leave one here?
I felt like I should leave them something. I don't usually leave a place without knowing what's really going on there. Honestly, I felt so bad about the whole situation.
Can you help me translate an article I found? No one else is willing to.
Sure. Leave it at the counter and I'll have Logan swing by to pick it up.
leave it at the counter.
If we like disguise what it is, maybe.
Right, like I feel like she's gonna be like, hello? I told you, put this back.
How did you get into ghost hunting?
I guess you could say I was born into it. My daddy'd always drag me with him to these spooky old houses, looking for broken down things to fix
She kind
up.
of sounds like
I
a
guess that's
Scooby-Doo
where I got my
character.
start.
Yeah, she does.
Those old falling apart
Like
houses.
the one,
It was hard not to imagine ghosts coming around every corner.
is it Zombie Island, where they're in Louisiana?
Somewhere along the road, all the
They have
fear
very
turned to
thick
curiosity.
accents.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
What is
asking her
the
stuff.
scariest thing you've seen while ghost hunting?
The really scary things are the ones you'll never see. But I guess one of the most frightening places I've been was this little town in the middle of nowhere in Germany. I was there writing a chapter on an old castle that the locals all said was haunted. Hundreds of years ago, the castle had belonged to this terrible family. They had a reputation for all sorts of cruelty. At first I didn't believe the stories, but the more exploring I did, the more I started to see some of the terrible things that had happened there. All those stories, they were true. Didn't find any ghosts. That would have been better, I think.
I think that's a foreshadowing. I think there's a game in German
Oh, is there?
coming up.
That's fun. I didn't know there was one in Germany.
Do you know where I can get a copy of your book?
I'm guessing you're looking for the ghost hunting book I wrote, but I can't help you there. I'm out of copies myself. To be honest, Nancy, I don't mind helping you. But this whole ghost thing is a phase I'd sooner put behind me.
Why is that?
Now, don't y'all worry about that now. Just a choice I made.
There must be some reason. I understand you were pretty well known.
Put it this way, Nancy. There are some jobs where being well known makes both danger and laugh. Sometimes it's smart to move on.
I should go.
The ghosties were coming after her. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Let's.
Why can we not?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask her this though.
Why does Takai think your mother's ghost?
Stop. I don't indulge her, and don't you do it either.
So you don't believe it?
That's my mother you're talking about, Nancy. You forget that.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Bye.
Yeah, can we put it somewhere?
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Yeah, I don't. What? How do we. She said this desk, right?
Yeah, she said the front desk. Maybe she meant at
The expo center?
No?
That would be weird, but that's the only explanation I can come up with. But still, Yumi, I feel like, is going to be like, why are you leaving this here?
What's going on?
Have Miwako and Rentaro been dating long?
It's hard to backdate that sort of thing, so let's just say they've been dating somewhere between 2 and 1,000 years.
Is it just me, or do things seem a little strained between Miwako and Rentaro?
Do they? Come on, make with the details.
I don't really know. It's just an impression.
Ugh, boring. Nancy, if we're going to be gossip buddies, you're going to have to work on your follow-through.
Miwako seems a little annoyed with Rentaro.
Well, that's not surprising. Rentaro is super annoying. Super annoying. It's part of this reverse psychology bizarre charm he's got. When he's in one of his hyper Rentaro moods, it's like hanging out with a puppy. Except Rentaro is housebroken, and he doesn't go all crazy when there's a cat outside. Well, most times he doesn't.
Do you see Rentaro much?
Oh yeah, he loves the city. He's here every chance he can get.
Do you know why he's so eager to move to the city?
Oh, he's been that way forever. When we were kids, he and I used to jump on the train the second my mom turned her back. We weren't supposed to go into the city unsupervised, so Miss I'd rather break a bone than Arura Miwako never came. Although, maybe she was right about that. We got in so much trouble every time.
I mean, yeah, you're two kids who ran off to a city.
Do you know what Rentaro wants to do once he moves to Kyoto?
Tech something? I sort of don't listen to him when he's being boring about things.
Right. Okay. And who's the puppy?
I got that picture you sent. How did you do all of the designs?
I did it at the Purikura booth. They're everywhere around here. They're these picture booths, and you get to choose decorations, and you can write out your own messages.
Write out your own messages.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty cool.
It is. Everyone uses them. Keep an eye out, and I'll send you some more.
Okay.
Do you believe that the Ryokan is haunted?
I do. It's not just haunted. There's something else strange going on there.
What do you mean?
Look, I don't want to freak you out, but between you and me, the haunting is nothing compared to some of the other strange stuff going on over there. Last time I visited, it was late at night, and I was out in the garden and something was off. I could just feel it. All of a sudden, there was this loud shriek and this flash of light.
And then?
And then, Nancy Drew, I saw aliens.
What? What? That's not where I thought she was going.
Okay, I get it. You don't believe in haunting.
I really don't. Sorry.
But you have to admit that things have been pretty strange since your mother...
I told you I didn't want to talk about that.
Way to go, Nancy.
Speaking Nancy.
How do we leave this on the counter? I
Oh no.
I'm gonna...
Can't talk on my phone now.
Okay. If I go over here, can I do it?
Can't use my phone here.
Why? I was wondering if, like, maybe we have to call them and be like, we're leaving this on the counter? I don't know.
Hi, Nancy, what's up?
Nope.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Bye,
Hello.
Nancy.
It must be... Oh? Hello?
In here.
Yes?
All right. Savannah wants me
Oh.
to translate that article for you. I don't know what it is you said to her.
Weird.
But whatever you did to get her to talk about that paranormal garbage, you need to knock it off.
I can't promise that.
You really don't get it, do you? This ghost stuff isn't a joke, especially not to her. Since I'm the one stuck picking up the pieces after she gets too wrapped up in one of her cases, I'm telling you, leave it alone for her sake. And yours.
What happened to Savannah? Why doesn't she work with paranormal cases anymore?
It's not something she likes to talk about.
I gathered that, but can you tell me?
When we're traveling, I spend weeks with her just touring on buses. Long plane flights, we talk a lot. I know everything about her childhood. Her best friend's dog's name from when she was 5. Her favorite ice cream flavors. She's very chatty.
Then what has she told you about?
Nothing. Not a single word. I've asked, and when I do, she just goes quiet and excuses herself. She's never told me to stop bugging her about it.
Oh.
But I can tell that she wants to. That's why I don't want you bothering her about it either. Whatever happened when she was writing the second ghost book, it really got to her.
Second ghost book?
Wasn't supposed to mention that. It's a secret, and it's not done, so don't think you're going to get your hands on it. I don't even know if she still has the manuscript. She had me tell her publisher she burned it, but I don't know if that's the truth.
How long have you been working for Savannah?
Started a few years back as a fill-in gig during spring break. Eventually she needed a long-term assistant, and the job was just too weird to turn down.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
So, can we just read it now? What?
What? I don't understand. Maybe now we can drop it off? Maybe that was the point of that call?
But he said he translated it, didn't he?
I think he said she told me I have to translate.
Hi.
No, what?
I'll let you go.
Ah.
See you later.
I don't understand. Surely they mean at this counter at the Ryokan, right? Not at the expo?
I mean, that's what I thought.
We're gonna find out.
Hello.
Nope.
I'll stop bugging you now.
See you later.
I don't... I don't get it. I'm gonna see if I can call her and get a hold of her.
Logan speaking. Is this Nancy?
No.
Great. I'm so glad you called.
Why? So you can hang up on me again?
Oh, that. Don't take that personally. I'm an assistant. My job mostly consists of hanging up on people. That and remembering birthdays. I met your friend Bess, and this is probably awkward, but I know we haven't gotten off to the best start. But I'm really not a bad guy, and she's really cute. And maybe you could help a dude out?
Uh-huh.
What?
Well, she said she's going to be hanging around the expo, and maybe you could, like, tell me about what she likes, or maybe give me some idea of what I might say to fill the awkward pauses. You may have noticed, but for the last while I've been with Savannah, most of my conversations have been about 10 seconds long, and they usually end up with me hanging up on someone, and I don't think that's going to cut it.
Oh, I see.
Do you think you could help?
Well, I was talking.
Oh, Nancy.
She really wants a copy of Savannah's book.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll do it. And Nancy, I'm sorry I hung up on you.
That's okay.
And Nancy, I might have to do it again, but should that happen, it's just business.
Bye, Logan.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we just have to like keep bouncing around until he calls us again? I'm just gonna...
We need to call her?
Maybe.
Why could we not get the
This
article
isn't the time to use my phone.
Oh my freaking gosh. What about in the hallway? Right, I mean, I feel like Bess should have an opinion here.
Right.
Nope, we're not gonna say anything to her.
Talk to you later.
We're officially just using... Oh boy.
Oh,
It's ghosty time. Let's go to our room.
4 is supposed to be an unlucky number here.
God.
I wonder if that's a coincidence.
I don't think it's a
No,
coincidence,
it's not a
Nancy.
coincidence. Oh, God.
Come on, Nancy. Let's go, Nancy.
Why? The footprints are not.
Yeah. Huh.
Whoa, have we always been able to look in there?
In here? Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing in here, though. I don't really know why. Maybe there was something in there at one point, but it's just like the other side apart from our suitcase. Okay, we're just gonna go to sleep. How is it only 1 hour has gone by?
It's late. I should get to bed.
I guess because they know that they realize they're only giving you like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be really upsetting if we don't get an answer about that egg toilet picture. That's like the biggest mystery I'm trying to solve right now.
No, sounds like another unhappy customer.
Oh.
Listen to what's going on.
When we first walked in the door, my wife told me she had a bad feeling about this place. But no, I told her she was being unreasonable. But whatever it is that's going on down here, we are not putting up with it anymore. That thing you left in our room. No one should ever see something like that. I want my money back.
There's
Is
nothing
it
there.
the picture?
And I want to see this place closed down. You'd never get away with something like this in Sydney.
Sir, please, we are not haunted.
Now, please yourself.
Poor Miwako.
Now Nancy's just gonna go berate her about it.
Yeah, Nancy's just gonna be like,
That was the last customer, wasn't it?
Yes, Nancy, it's just you. So, make yourself comfortable. We are all here for you until something happens to scare you off too.
I don't scare easily.
I've heard that before. Look, I'm sorry I shouldn't be upsetting you with all of this. Please, you're my only guest left. Let me at least make sure you have a good trip. Maybe you recommend us to your friends.
I still want to help.
Help? You wanna help? Look around you. This place is beyond help. It was spooky and lonely before everything that happened. And now... Why do you think Yumi got out of this place as soon as she could? People come because they've heard it's haunted. They come here to be scared and even they can't take it. I'm sorry, Nancy. There's nothing you can do here. Help yourself and find somewhere safer to stay.
I feel so bad for her.
Hello, Nancy-san.
Do you remember when Savannah Woodham visited?
I don't recognize the name.
She's the one who wrote about the Ryokan.
I said I do not know who she is.
What is up with these people?
Goodness.
What do you think about Rentaro and Miwako dating?
Those two are so different. When they were children, you couldn't keep them in the same room. Always so much fighting. That has not changed. Except now, they say they're in love.
I saw watery footprints in my room. It was very strange.
You must be mistaken.
Well,
No, I'm positive.
I thought she would believe it right away.
It is not wise to joke about these things.
I'm not.
I do not want to talk about it.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Come again.
Angry.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go talk to him because it's been a while. Oops. Wait. Oh, he's in here.
Hello?
Miwako seems a little frustrated lately.
Why wouldn't she be? The way guests have been filing out. But maybe she'll finally come to her senses and move to the city with me.
So how long have you and Miwako been dating?
Officially, 4 years and 7 months. Non-officially, longer. And before that, around time of me waiting for her to stop being so stubborn and agree to go out on a date with me.
Gotta love that persistence until they finally give in.
Yeah.
What does Takai think of your relationship with Miwako?
At this point, I think she considers me part of the family. Or at least she lectures me like I'm one of the family. I'm choosing to interpret that in a positive light.
Okay. Alright, nonograms.
Yumi said that you want to move to the city.
Well, yeah. I mean, given the choice, everyone wants to live in the city. The country is fine, the mountains are great, but you look at one and you pretty much got it figured out. It's big, it's rocky, it's a mountain, case closed. But the city is interesting and quirky and confounding and amazing.
What do you want to do in Kyoto?
Since I was a kid, I wanted to work in the tech sector. But now, everything's moving so fast. And in 10 years, I can't even imagine. And you've got to be there to be a part of it.
It's
Why doesn't
true.
Miwako want to move into the city?
Your guess is as good as mine. I've been trying to figure that one out for a long time. Considering everything that's happened here, why would anyone want to stay?
What do you mean? I saw some more guests just leave. They seemed pretty spooked.
Yeah, those poor people.
What happened?
Who knows? They were too upset to make any sense. But I took care of their room after they left. I admit, it was a little spooky. Everything was torn up, like someone had taken the whole Ryokan and given it a shake. And the shoji had turned this dark ash color. Something weird happened in there.
What room number is it?
Miwako seems a little annoyed that you want her to leave the Ryokan.
Ha! Tell me about it.
Are you going to keep it up?
Yeah, it's not just a selfish thing. It's for her own good, too.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
When did the Ryokan get a reputation for being haunted?
A few summers back, we were fully packed that night. It was festival time. There was this terrible scream coming from the baths. Next thing I know, the paramedics were there. This woman had seen something. She went into shock.
What had she seen?
She never said. A lot of people asked, trust me. But whatever she saw, or thought she saw, everyone else wanted to see it too. People started coming and pretending they could sense spirits or whatever. But a few of them...
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
Hmm.
Nothing.
How are things going between you and Miwako right now?
You know how in the romantic movies the couple is only really happy together for like a minute at the very end?
I guess so.
That's sort of how our relationship is.
That's not
Except the movie
good.
starts to be-
That's not.
Honestly, it gets a little tiring sometimes.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
Well, ugh. That was not helpful. Thought we were really gonna get somewhere with that. Alright, Ghost. Round 2. No?
It looks like something is missing here.
We still haven't come across that.
Whoa, that's a little hot.
Maybe call the dude back again.
Savannah Woodham's office.
Were you able to find a copy of the book?
I did. But before I send it, I need to ask you another favor.
Oh my
I want
gosh.
to get Bess a looking for the perfect outfit. I think that'd be a great gift, but I have no clue what to do in a clothing store.
Yeah.
I sort of just freeze at the sight of hangers. I think it's genetic.
I'll see what I can do. I know of a program that might be just the thing.
Great, thanks.
I don't think Kendall has ever bought me clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like a t-shirt or like a souvenir kind of clothes, but like not like he's never gone like shopping for me. Like
Right. Let me get you this outfit.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Yeah.
See you later.
That'd be very, very strange, especially if you've just met someone.
yeah, well yeah, like that's what I'm saying is like we've been together for many years and I just that's strange. Okay, how do we come up with an outfit for her? I mean, I know we well, right, but like we don't know anything about I guess we can call her or something.
Yeah, maybe.
We can probably send her the outfit, send her the avatar, and ask her what she thinks of it. What? I don't know. I'm just picking things. Is there shoes? I don't know. Bess is white, right? They're all. All the Nancy characters are. All the core ones are white. Is there shoes?
Nope.
Okay. Done. Okay, what's her phone number? 523-8733. Oh god, I already forgot it. 8733?
Yeah. You missed 1 5 in there.
There. Okay, I'm gonna see. Can I call her?
Hi, Nancy, what's up?
Did you get the avatar I sent you, Bess?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay. Maybe we just send it to him, like she said. Pretty
That-
cool, so.
Yeah, that was like a mostly positive reaction. Okay, so 404-4478. Okay. So is he gonna send me the book?
Nancy, I got the picture you sent. I'm going to take it to that boutique she mentioned and let them do whatever it is they do.
Good. So you'll be sending the book?
Yeah, I was thinking I'd give it to Bess, like, hey, here's that book you want, and since I'm here, let's get dinner, and I got you a present.
Whatever works. But the sooner I get that book, the better. I'll let you go.
Bye.
Yeah, can you please, we've done all this for you. Can you please just send it as quickly as you can?
Like right now.
Yeah, like we've explained that we need it immediately. I just maybe it'll be here when we get back. Maybe.
Well, something come up.
Hello.
Oh my god.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Unless it's in our room.
Maybe it is. That's a good point.
I'm also curious to look at what if Yumi wrote anything on her pictures that she sent to us. So I'm just like, why?
Why are we getting them?
Why are we getting them? Just like,
It's just a picture as far as I can grasp. What is this? I don't know. The teeth, it kill me. It's more funny to me than anything else because it's like a squidged face with those really wide eyes in the mouth. It's yeah, I don't know what to gather from this.
yeah.
It's really late.
Keep going.
I should get to bed.
We are awake for like 1 hour. I mean, we go to work, but we come home and literally go to bed after an hour. Seems like it worked though.
Got the book.
Great.
So when do we see you? We'll give you the book.
Well, I'm a little wrapped up right now.
George, did we have a friend named Nancy Drew once? I think so. Hard to say.
It is
The name
super
sounds
weird that she's
familiar.
not
Was
seeing
she
her
the one
friends
with the
while
magnifying
they're
glass or
in
something?
Japan.
They're all in Japan together, yeah.
Teasing.
It's strange.
Look, the faster you solve the mystery, the faster the three of us get to hit the town.
Okay, I guess.
You know I can't wait.
No problem. Anything else?
Give me the book. Why is it taking us so long to get this freaking book?
Hopefully
So,
now it's a
Bess,
different dose.
what's
Hopefully.
the deal with you and Logan?
Well, he asked me out on a date. See what I put up with for you? Such a liar!
Goodness.
Nancy, she's such a liar. What you put up with, come on! You should have seen her when he asked her out. She looked like one of those terrible 70s paintings with the big eyes.
Alright, fine. I wouldn't go that far, but actually I had a really nice time with him. We're going out again as soon as he's done researching the expo for Savannah. So maybe you could put in a word with her about giving her assistant a break?
I'll see what I can do.
Are we supposed to... Let me ask about
Yeah,
this.
Great picture of you two.
Oh, isn't that cool? I love the Purikura booth here. I'll show you where a really great one is if you get done with the mystery before we have to head back home.
I mean,
Working on it.
there's
I promise I'll see you guys soon.
there's one at the
Oh,
arcade.
yeah. We could at least go look in it. It's probably there for maybe.
Yeah, I can't tell. We can for sure go look it up. What? Already, instantly. Super cute. Okay, I guess that's she's talking about the outfit.
Yeah. Sorry about my random dogs barking. So wound up tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's raining here. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Did they go outside less today because it's raining?
Yeah, I think so. And they were just outside when it started raining, so they're a little wet. And I think that just like
They get all frisky and yeah, our dogs do the same thing.
Ugh, creepy. I don't think I need to keep this one.
she looks like Velma. Or sorry, not Velma, Daphne.
Daphne. It's also, it cracks me up every time I remember that Nancy is only like 18 because she sounds like a 30 to 40-year-old woman.
Yeah. can print them. You went for the mouth one first.
Well, of course. just just looking at it makes me laugh. What the what? What is that?
That was weird.
What happens if we print the other ones? Nothing. Okay, so it was an egg. Because it gave us an egg.
Right.
I'm just going to print all of them just to see.
Yeah.
What is this? It's like a cat in a wig with a little hat on. It's so strange. I don't get it. All right.
We should have the book.
Yes, maybe it will be at the hotel when we get there. Book for me? Yes. Please?
Hello.
No.
I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Is it in our room? Let's go check. They might have just like put it in there.
No.
I don't see it.
Man.
Yo, where is this book though?
Yo.
I have a delivery for you.
Oh! Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Thanks. Do you remember anything about Savannah, the paranormal author?
That was a long time ago. Not really.
She must have been here for a while if she was writing about the Ryokan. You don't remember anything?
I remember that she asked too many insensitive questions. I was happy
Just
to
like
see her
us.
go.
Just like us. We're the queen of insensitive questions. Oh, okay. It's an Easter egg. There's one in almost all the Nancy games.
What?
This may or may not be the first one that we have gotten.
Epically failed at this Easter egg.
We've played like 20 something Nancy games at this point. That's the first one we've gotten. We're so good at games. That also means that you didn't know what they were. Like, did you never find one?
No. I don't ever remember.
Huh. Interesting.
I kind of want to like go look up all the games that we played and see where they are.
Where, like, what they are and where they are.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Bye.
In the warnings at Waverly Academy with the star puzzle in the basement. Did we get an egg from that? We did that puzzle.
Are they just in the game? Like maybe you can't pick them up always?
I'm gonna have to look that up after we finish. I don't want the phone. I want the book. Usually I bring flowers on a first date, but this time I brought a creepy book about ghosts. I hope your friend wasn't kidding about you wanting this book because otherwise this date will probably be weird for both of us. It's also going to be weird if you buy her an outfit, so... Okay. Japan, to a girl who grew up barefoot on the front porch of a creaky old house in Savannah, is just about the most exotic place there is on Earth. Sometimes in the middle of a stormy night when the wind is whistling and the tree branches are scratching at the windows, I feel like I am back at the Ryokan. I always forget how to pronounce it. Hiei? I think it's Hiei. On those nights, I often wish I'd never visited that charming looking inn on the outskirts of Kyoto. The second I stepped inside the Ryokan's gate, I suddenly understood why I had been called in. For those of you who have never been in a haunted place, the feeling is unmistakable. Imagine the sensation of taking a rickety roller coaster through a dense fog. Now multiply that tenfold. The atmosphere inside the Ryokan, however, was even thicker. The inn was washed in an unearthly sense of cold that the fire pit in the lobby couldn't touch, and the whole structure radiated uncertainty and dread. Something terrible lived here. The inn was, and still is, run by a truly wonderful family. Takei and her granddaughter Miwako took excellent care of Logan and I, but were both extremely tight-lipped about the history. Wait, Logan was with you?
Yeah, interesting.
He only started working for her after she went into tech. I wonder if that's on purpose or a mistake. They were extremely tight-lipped about a history of the Ryokan. A neighbor boy, Rentaro, they spelled his name wrong, was able to shed a little light on the situation. The innkeeper's daughter, Kasumi, had recently died under the mysterious circumstances. Ever since her death, the inn began to change rapidly for the worse. Takei had begun to worry that her daughter's Yuri was haunting the Ryokan. I set up my equipment right away. Luckily, I had my entire EVP kit at the ready. I placed the microphones in places where I felt the greatest disturbances, by the fire pit in the lobby, behind the old cherry tree in the gardens, by both baths, and in the upstairs hallways. Sound travels very well in the old Ryokan, so my equipment picked up more conversations than usual, but nothing supernatural. At 2 a.m., however, that all changed. The lights in my room suddenly flickered and cut off. I rushed downstairs to my recorders. I couldn't hear a thing, but the readings were off the charts. Before I could listen to the audio, I saw her, pale and thin with long black hair, dripping muddy water, moving through the shadows. Despite my experience, I froze as she slipped out of sight. I stood there in the lobby until the sun finally came up. Oh my god. Half hoping she would reappear, and the other half desperately hoping to never see her again. Takei woke me up that afternoon. We had to leave. Kasumi, she said, had changed her mind. Whatever faith Takei had in me the day before was now gone. I doubt I was the only one to see a ghost the night before. I gave her my card and told her to call me back if she ever changes her mind. I doubt she will, and I have to admit I'm a little relieved. On the bus to the temple the next morning, I had reviewed the EVP tapes. What I heard sounded like 100 voices repeating a single word in Japanese. I pulled out my transliterated phrase book. The word simply meant leave. It's the kind of message you only want to hear once you're long gone. I still sometimes worry about the Shimizu family, and I can't help but wonder what it must be like for them during those long nights when the woman I saw in the shadows is awake.
100 voices telling you to leave. Oof. So we need an EVP.
Yep. And these places.
Yeah.
So fire pit in the lobby, cherry tree in the gardens, baths, and upstairs hallways. Okay. Well. Yeah.
Hello.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Bye.
Bye. So, who do we want to call
My guess was Savannah.
about getting an EVP kit?
Yeah.
Okay, there are multiple eggs in each game. This one has 4.
What?
This is a new revelation for us. How have we played this many games and not found any? Maybe we must have found one and we just forgot or something.
Didn't realize that it was.
Yeah. It's got to be something like that.
Logan told me you're writing a second ghost hunting book.
Now that ain't true.
Something happened to make you stop writing the book, didn't it?
Yes.
What happened?
Nancy, I like you. So I ain't ever gonna tell you why.
Nancy thinks she's gonna
But I
die.
will tell you this. Don't go looking in dark corners unless you're ready to live with knowing what's hiding there.
Ugh.
Have you run across someone rigging doors to slam before?
Sure. Now that one's older than the hill.
What's the best way to do something like that?
Oh, plenty ways. You can use remote control, wire, and pulleys. One place I went even used air pressure. If y'all can believe that mess.
That makes sense. What should I keep an eye out for?
Anything that looks out of place.
Okay.
Well, we did not get.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
They can also do things like skip puzzles sometimes. Weird. Okay, can we finally acknowledge this? No?
Nope.
Is there anything we can't really... Anything that looks out of place? This all looks normal. I mean, it all looks normal.
Well, I guess it was in a hallway that the doors were doing that.
Yeah, it was our hallway, wasn't it? It was this one. Yeah, because she slammed all the doors and then took the 2 off of our door.
Oh, right.
I need a key to open this door.
As far as things looking out of place, though, like, I don't really... This music is so scary. I don't really know that anything looks out of place, except for our door number is missing.
Locked.
And I think all of them are gonna be locked. Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing on the floors, is there? Or with these, like, lanterns? I don't know. Nothing looks out of place to me.
No. Well. We are back to not really knowing what to do.
Yeah, this other upstairs hallway looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we would get some sort of haunt by going down that hallway too, but I don't think so.
Hi.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Why did he not translate the article? Still don't get that.
I still don't get that either. What the heck? I forgot about that. Was that for sure the article? I mean, that was the article we wanted translated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It even says article. Can we...
This is just a phrase book. I can't translate something as long as this article.
Well, we know who can.
Right, that feels like a bug or something. I don't know.
What if it advanced the story?
Yeah, like I feel like we still need to know what it says. And there's nothing we can... I mean, we called her.
Could we, like, take a picture of it and send it to him?
Bye.
Bye now.
Maybe? I don't know how to send it to him. Messages.
But you can't. Man, I thought that was
Can we use what?
I said maybe we put it in internal.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was thinking that maybe we can't take photos anymore. Interesting. I was thinking maybe that machine had a way for us to like send it to somebody.
Right.
I don't understand. What? I don't. Menu. No. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't translate it. Or did he send us like a translation?
I don't think so. I think maybe we need to like he wrapped the book up to give it to us. Maybe we need to disguise.
Disguise it? How?
He's not taking it because we're just like, here's this article that you get very angry about. Like, is there any place with an envelope
I don't think I've seen one.
I thought it was in the room with the grandma.
Oh, maybe.
Hello.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see ya.
Or maybe with our teaching stuff.
Oh, maybe. That's a good idea. Yes.
Oh.
Do we have it? Okay. Oh my gosh. That took us way too long.
Relief. The damn article.
Hello. Can I leave this here to be picked up?
Yes.
Thanks. I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, see ya.
Wow. I'm telling you, this music. Creepy.
Hello, Nancy-san.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Nancy-san.
Don't have anything else new.
Is it already back? That'd be great.
Hi.
No.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
I'll just go to bed. It's my solution for everything with this game. Just sleep for 13 hours. We actually made it to 10 o'clock tonight.
I should get to bed.
Nancy's living it up.
Not going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Hi.
No.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Maybe we have to just call him and he'll translate it. Confirm he got it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Savannah here.
No?
We want
I'll let
your
you go.
assistant.
Y'all stay safe now.
Maybe like walk all the way past.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have a lesson today?
Hello, Nancy-san.
I
No
should
more
go.
lessons.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Have you ever heard of EVP?
Oh, yes. We need that.
Electronic voice phenomenon. That whole if you go to haunted places and record the ambient noise, when you turn it way up, you'll hear things that are too quiet for the human ear. Ghosts, specters, all sorts of baddies. Nonsense, if you ask me. But still, the idea sort of gives me the creeps.
Savannah mentioned it in her book. I wonder if you know how I could try it out.
Oh, sure, I got something that can do that. I've got a bunch of little recorders, actually. I'm trying to find the right one to record new sounds for the Rentaro 4000. Here you go.
Ew.
Thanks.
All you have to do is hook it up to the speakers over there. I have a program that edits out dead audio. Ooh, bad pun. It'll cut right to the parts that actually have recorded sound. Oh, and once I've got it fixed, you have to check out the new recorder I sort of reverse engineered a little.
Okay, what's it do?
It's awesome. I did a wireless transfer. Here's something you like, just push a button. It zips it to your computer. If you want to send everyone a message, you just speak into it, push send all, and it shoots what you've recorded to everyone's voicemail inbox. Very, very cool. I just gotta keep talking.
So excitable.
I know.
Have you read Savannah's book?
Yeah, she spelled my name wrong.
Uh-huh.
She's not a good speller. Maybe she's being haunted by the ghost of bad spelling.
Do you think there's anything to what it says?
I remember when she was here. She was very... She has this way of looking at you. It's like she knows if you're telling her the truth or not. I'm glad she's back into regular journalism instead of this ghost nonsense. It really seemed to take its toll on her.
What do you mean?
She's the real deal. Not that I'm saying she can communicate with ghosts, but she really believes in all of that. And watching her, the way she'd walk around here in these half-terrified daze, it made you worry about her.
If you don't believe in ghosts, why did you worry?
Because believing in something, that makes it real to you. To her, that whole other world is real. And that is still a very dangerous thing. A ghost doesn't need to be real to haunt you.
Damn it, Vern, coming at us with the.
I should go.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Catch you around.
Okay. I guess we... Can we...
You have to do it 2 a.m.
Yeah. Do we set it up here or like now and then come back at 2 a.m.? I don't know.
Guess
Yeah, let's sleep till 2 a.m. Oh, hello? Last evening, officers responded to an emergency call from 15-year-old Shimiso Yumi after she found her mother, Shimizu Kasumi, 42, who runs the Ryokan Hiei, lying unconscious in the indoor Ryokan bath. Ooh. After arriving, emergency crews were unable to revive the apparent drowning victim. Police are currently treating the case as a crime, but have yet to press charges. If this is an accident, that's it. The article ends there. Well, I'm a lot more scared of the sauna room now.
That wasn't read before.
Oh.
Writes your name in red.
Oh no, Nancy! I don't like it. Okay, let's go to sleep, Nancy.
Okay.
It's ghosty time. Ghosty toasties.
Oh, we have never come back when she's not behind the desk.
No, we have not.
We never thought about that. Do we do this?
I don't know.
Well, that works, I guess.
I guess.
That fire is hot, not surprisingly.
Okay.
And off. We have totally been able to snoop on her this whole time.
I guess so. I didn't think that that was something we would ever be able to do, so I just didn't even think of it as an option. What is this? Okay, so we want to like... I don't know what we're trying to do. If we do... Hold on. If we do that and then we do the blue one... But then these two are both cross...
I think we're trying to get it to match what is there when we don't have anything.
Right. But like the purple... Like, it's like it needs to be turned. Do you see what I mean?
If you put it, does it not matter which slot you put it in? It's always good.
It's always at the top.
Don't you?
Yeah. Having difficulty remembering all those number security codes, worry no more. Introducing the Krollmeister Card 3000, the latest in state-of-the-art key card security systems. Our system uses an 8x8 grid with a unique colored entry code designed by the user. The colors are then split and encoded onto 5 key cards by our team of specialists with extra squares on each card for added security. To open the secured compartment, place the keycards into the slots in the correct layering order and rotate their displays until they match the entry code pattern.
Looks like we need one more.
How do you rotate? I mean, I think we do need one more, but... there we go. So So right, like if we put this one in, we need to rotate it. Oh, I see. Like that. So green, what shape is green's a, I think that's right. Maybe.
They just need to go
In the correct order. Oh my god, I think blue is one of the first ones that needs to go in.
I think it's kind of a moot point.
If without red.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Unless our key card. No, we don't have a key card. We have a. I was thinking these were room keys, but I guess it's something different. Hello, cat. Right.
Suki. Suki, tate.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Oh, no, it just, I thought she went to sleep. Okay, I did take a picture of the cat instructions.
Oh, good.
So it says, what mood is your cat in? I don't understand. It's by color?
The eyes?
I guess. Yellow means greet.
Suki, tate.
So he's not always yellow?
I think they are.
Can you look at the...
Looks like I'll need a password.
That is overwhelming.
I do not even know where to begin. Do I have any pictures of anything?
What is that top word?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna try something. Well, no, that's not enough characters, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. I don't know what the top word is.
Yeah.
Yep, and all we can.
Who's my favorite robotic cat? I should keep exploring.
Okay, let's try the ghost stuff again.
Yeah.
So if we.
I think we did it.
Okay, so we want to try like a different. Do we want to try a different channel or a different spot?
Both. I think the channels are just to keep the recordings from different spots.
Right, separate?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try and go to the spa then, which I'm not looking forward to. There's gonna be a ghost in here. They found her body in this. I hate it. How long do we do it for? Just... And then how do we play it?
I don't know. I have no answers for you.
Okay. Upstairs hallways, yeah?
Yeah. And also the garden.
Oh, behind the cherry tree.
I wonder, maybe let's let this one go for a little bit just to make sure, like, oh, it's not even.
This one's not even doing anything.
So that means there was stuff going on in the other ones.
Yeah. Yep. Although this is the hallway that nothing's happened in. I want to try our hallway where the ghost actually did some stuff. No. Nothing. Okay, let's go to the garden. It said like by this tree.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm wondering if it's past the right time.
Oh, what time? Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 a.m.
Yeah. So we just need to come back and do the rest on a different night.
It's really late. I should get to bed.
And wake up in 24 hours. Well, teach. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, wake up presumably in like 3 hours, 4 hours. Teach for 8. Come home, go back to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do this now. Yeah. Did you say you wanted to try and... Oh, okay, it does do like a full recording. Okay, let's redo this one.
What?
Is it because it's past time already?
I don't think so. I'm wondering if the ghosties travel.
Okay, maybe. No? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Do we have to get all 5 places, probably?
I don't know. I wonder even how we play it back.
Right. That's what I don't understand. I'm gonna try the fireplace again, because we have our hallway recorded for sure. And it was like the full recording. So if we go down to the fire pit and do this, nothing. And if we go, we haven't gotten anything at this tree yet.
I mean, like, oh.
Oh, Oh, we have to like behind it. Yeah. I tried to click behind it or around it when we came out here the first time, but I guess I just didn't hover over the right spot. Okay, so we have, this was the fireplace, and then we did the sauna, and then upstairs hallway, number 2. So we need to get the fireplace and the other hallway that we do not stay in, which is this one. So
It's gonna have any.
if it's gonna have anything, yeah. But they both did. It's just we didn't record it.
Listen to that before I delete it.
Oh.
I wonder if we can snoop on everyone else's spots.
Oh yeah. We can try. The grandmother's like cultural room down here. No, it's locked. He's out here. Oh. What is this? I mean, we can look at this, but nothing else.
Oh. Spooky ghost sounds, alright.
You can't just do that. We're not all here to make sure that you get what you want, Yumi.
What?
Don't stop. Please continue with your speech. I love jumping on the train to get picked on by you two. Couldn't think
This
of
is
a
just
better way to spend my day. Can't wait for the mean phone messages about what an awful sister I am because I never visit.
You've got to be selfish about this too.
Is this already on here?
It's always about you. She asked one thing from you and you act like it's the end of the world.
Oh, shut up, Miwako. When you're both ganging up on me, then it actually is about me.
Why are you being such a brat?
Brat? You want to see Brat? I'll show you Brat. It looks a lot like this.
Can't believe you just did that.
Believe it. I'm out.
It sounds like she threw something in the pond. I should check that out.
Oh.
So we were up in the tree? How did we not hear that, though?
Right.
Can you look at his book? Sorry.
His books?
Oh, no. Never mind.
Oh, I think it's like bags of fertilizer or soil or something.
Oh. Oh, definitely didn't get that.
How do we... What?
Oh, I think it lit up when you go back one on the left. Nope, I was wrong.
Okay, maybe it's the bridge, but we can do something here.
Maybe it's just to get another reading?
We can try. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see any red magnifying glass, so let's try. Oh. No. Can we do another reading here? Okay, let's try the bridge. How are we supposed to get something out of the water? I don't know. Let's listen to this really quick.
You can't just do that. We're not all here.
It was number 4.
If a ghostly egg is what you seek, under the broken tile you must peek.
What?
Well, there's another Easter egg.
Is that what it is?
I mean, I'm certain that that's what that is. Because I think you're just supposed to realize you can go out to that thing and take a recording. I don't think that's what Nancy was like. We should go check in the water. In the pond. This is what she meant by pond, right? Ooh, ooh,
Gotta
ooh.
be. Oh, nice. Okay.
Hello?
What the heck?
Maybe there's multiple places where we can look in. Because I don't... There's nothing here.
Yeah, okay. Really vigilant.
Okay, I don't see anything yet. Hello? There. Am I bad at looking for things?
This is the side you were just on.
Right. But what I'm wondering if I'm facing the other direction, if there's like a different view. Oh my god, I see there's a face there. There was a face. Her face. There was a woman's face right here that like disappeared.
I didn't catch that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Spooky times. Okay. Well, that's something.
Nothing here.
All right, Nancy, where is it though?
Where is it though, Nancy?
I mean, we just feel too far from the water here to even look in it.
Yeah. Oh my god. She straight up just went underneath the bridge.
What's that?
Room
There
18?
are some rocks missing.
Oh, shoot.
I wonder if I could find them around the garden.
Ooh, I bet we can. Is room 18 gonna be that room that got real fucked up?
I guess we'll find out.
I'm not into it. What?
I don't know.
Was it the water? You scared me that time.
I'm sorry. I don't know why it got to me so bad.
Oh man. It got each of us at least once. Oh man.
bread.
Same. And then you went, and I thought there was a big scare that I like missed, and I was like, oh god, that must have been real scary. Oh. We don't actually need the game to provide any scares. We'll do it all ourselves.
Just need the suspense. And
Yeah.
then things that you don't even mean to be scared.
See, it was there again. That's weird. I don't know. That must just be like a secret Easter egg spookums that her face shows up in the water.
Nope, something was, yeah, go back. There's a red.
What? Was that one of the rocks? That doesn't look like any of those things.
That is true.
Okay. So we're gonna have to be looking really closely to find these.
Oh.
What is that one? They just look like rocks. They don't have any symbols on them.
Yeah.
It's late. I should get to bed.
What?
Psh. Okay.
Kick this out.
Okay. We got rocks to find. 7. Okay. Let's do another lap.
Ew, I just looked at our time.
Oh,
After
like
we
in
find
real
rocks
life?
and do this puzzle, I'm gonna have to.
If you want, I can find all the rocks and then not put them in, and then that can be something we do first thing next time.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's just a lot of me doing this. And who knows, these things sometimes randomly take like an hour to do for no reason.
Yeah.
So,
Very fiddly.
yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, that works.
Okay. Well, thanks for playing and have a good night.
Yes, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's see if we can find, I don't even know. Okay, so the picture I took, as far as like the symbols, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it looks like there's 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like there's 10 potential holes for rocks. So I guess I don't know. I don't know how many we're meant to find. Does he have any in here? I don't know, I can't snoop if he's in there. Okay. Is that what it looked like last time? Okay, yeah, so I think we have to find all of these rocks. And it seems like we found 2 of 10. Oh! No, I want to go this way. didn't see the ghosty face this time. These are so hard to find. What the heck? At least this is like a nice environment to be in for the most part. It's only a little bit very frightening when the music really kicks in. Can we, oh, it's at the other end. I want to, can we go back out here? Is there any rocks? Aha! Aha! Is there a rock on this at all? Okay, so is there rocks out in the middle? I do this. Okay, so we've got four rocks. I feel like we can look at this and that there should be a rock in here or something. But there is not. At least that I can see. Riveting content. This is what you come to a Nancy Drew stream for, though. Does she write something in her? Yumi was the first to find. I am really curious about like the circumstances of her death. Y'all see the face, right? Comes up every now and then. It's not always there, but sometimes. I'm always looking at the ground and I'm wondering if like there's a chance rocks could be like higher up maybe? Or is it a case of like I just need to walk around the garden enough and they'll spawn perhaps? Okay, I'm gonna save. And then if Nancy starts doing something while she's down here.
The symbols here seem to represent something. I need to figure out what they mean.
Okay, I think we've... Okay, so we have 5 blank rocks and 5 symbols. I see. Okay, so I think we found them all. So I am gonna just leave it where we originally saved it so that Lauren can hear that next time. And we're gonna call the stream there. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out tonight. Is anybody else? What do we want to do? You know what? There's nobody else playing Nancy that I follow, but I was introduced to a really fun Twitch channel this week. So we're going to raid them even though it's not really a person. And you'll see what I mean. It'll just be a real pleasant surprise. But yeah, let's all go absorb some cute content. And I'll see you next time. Good night. Oh, it's follower or only subscriber channel. Oh, okay. Well, we can't chat, but we can go raid. Let's go look at otters.